About this, and I didn't realize that I was going right after you, but that's okay. This Women-Owned Business Day has been a thought for a while. When I moved here and we bought Palco, and we've been a women business enterprise since '02. I thought, you know, I have to network, and I didn't hear a lot about women-owned businesses in town, and I thought, well, Huntsville is such a vital cultural city for business. They've got to be here, and with the space program and with DOD. So I called a chamber, first thing I did, and they said, the Women's Business Council is having a luncheon. So I paid my money, and I went to the luncheon, and it was jam-packed. And they were celebrating the it was historical, the history of women-owned businesses in town, and the women who established these companies to ignite the space program and the industry and the business of Huntsville. And they were engineers, and they were PhDs, and they were physicists. And I thought, well, where have you been? Because I didn't know that. I mean, I knew Huntsville. I knew that it had to be so woman forward in businesses. So from there, when I was asked to be on the council, and I had been at different conferences nationally and locally, and many communities smaller than Huntsville, not as vital as Huntsville, had established women-owned business days. And I thought, well, this is something, and we had several new members, and we had probably half and half, and I thought, you know, this is something we have to do. But the first thing we did is we established the first Women Small Business Woman Award. We did that last year. It was a little history in the making. So after that, you know, I was with Terry Doomer, who's behind me, and we were talking about what we could do next. So the next was to establish a day. So in February, we've been talking and talking about it, and we were so busy with our own businesses. And I said, Terry, what are we going to do? And she said, we're going to do it. I said, we've got a month. She said, we're going to do it. So I said, if you said we're going to do it, we're going to do it. So Terry executed everything. I mean, she researched everything. I executed it. We met, and I do, and thank you to my committee. We also had other members, but we don't sleep. So we were texting and talking in the morning, in the evening, and then we had little meetings after work, and all of a sudden it came together. We presented it to Mayor Battle. Thank you, Kelly, for helping move this along too. This is wonderful. This is history in the making, and the City of Huntsville, Mayor Battle's office, moved it so quickly for us that here we are, and I'm just so excited. So this is not the end of the Women's Business Council and what we're going to do next, but it's going to be a surprise. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Janice. You know, this is one of those great days when you start thinking about women-owned businesses or women-started or initiated businesses. And when you go into the 503c, the nonprofits, you can look across the board and you can see hundreds of thousands of businesses that have been started by women who help better everybody, who help better our whole community. Mrs. Battle started one about 5 years ago called Free to Teach, which offers school supplies to teachers so they don't have to take the money out of their own pocket. And it is a women-initiated 503c, and it is carried out on the day-to-day basis by women. And so to the Women's Business Council, to everyone here, it's an honor, and it really is a pleasure to recognize the many women business owners in Huntsville, and there are many, many of them. You know, we're seeing a remarkable growth in the number of women taking the helm, starting businesses and running their own companies. And Huntsville's had some great leaders in that field. And these leaders, you know, there are lots of leaders who have come forward in women-owned companies. Some of them come to mind, Irma Tudor, Nancy Archuleta, Bobby Bradley. And all three of those, when you look at those three mentored other people. So they were multipliers. They took their own women-owned businesses and they mentored, they taught other women how to own their own businesses. And you can go across the board and you'll see many, many people who have mentored, and they've been multipliers in that world. And they have multiplied the number of women-owned businesses throughout this community. So each of these women have inspired them, they've advised, they've mentored other women, and that's the great thing about Huntsville, because people continue to give back. Everybody gives back. That's part of our charge in Huntsville. You give back for a better community and for a better Huntsville. And I want to make sure that we recognize those who are standing up here. Janice, thank you so much for what you've done in helping to establish this and to help us recognize today as a place where women-owned businesses is recognized. So today we honor all women in Huntsville who own and operate their own business. And we do so with a proclamation. As mayors, we get to proclamate quite often. We are good proclamators, and so we have a proclamation from the city of Huntsville, Alabama. Whereas national growth of women-owned business is 68%, 1,288 new women-owned businesses starts each year. Whereas Alabama ranks 15th in the nation of women-owned businesses with a growth rate of 425. Whereas Alabama has estimated 153,000 women-owned firms, and whereas Huntsville has 6,565 women-owned firms as of 2012 and account for 39% of all the firms in the city of Huntsville. And whereas March is recognized as Women in History Month, and whereas Huntsville values entrepreneurial businesses such as Logicor and seeks to celebrate growth in business ownership among women in the community, all women in the community and all women-owned companies in the community. Now, therefore, I, Tommy Battle, Mayor of the City of Huntsville, do hereby proclaim March 30th, 2017 as Women-Owned Business Day in Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm going to present this to y'all today and say thank you so much. You have you provided jobs, you provided employment, you provided economy, but most of all, you have provided a safe place to work and made our community a better place. Thank you so much. All right, here's y'all's proclamation there.